Good afternoon, students.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
So we're having our R&D and we're taking the social studies. What was our last topic in social studies? Yes, Alimot. Solar system. Who can tell me the 8 planets I mentioned? Yes, Solomon.
Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune.
Have you mentioned the 8? Where can mention it? Yes, Abigail.
Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Titan, Neptune.
It's remaining Uranus. Clap for her. So our topic today is telecommunication and transportation. So now we're starting from transportation. Who among you have ever traveled to somewhere before? You know you have traveled, you have left this particular place you are to another place entirely. Yes, Abigail, where did you travel to?
Ghana.
You traveled to Ghana. Clap for her. Where have traveled to any other place? You left this particular place you are, you left Sema and you went to another place. Who? The rest of you don't travel. Yes, Sharon, where did you travel to?
Cross River State.
She traveled to Cross River State. So when we say transportation, transportation is not a new word to you, yes or no?
Yes.
Now who can tell me the meaning of transportation? Who can tell me the meaning of transportation? Yes, say that.
Transportation is the movement and goods from one place to another.
Again?
Transportation is the movement of people and goods from one place to another.
Transportation is the Transportation is the movement of people and goods from one place to another. Who can give me an example of a good? Yes, animals. Rice. Rice is an example of a word. Goods. It moves from one place to the other. So not just person, but also goods. You know you're a person, right?
Yes.
But rice is a good. Well, I want to move it from one place to another. It is what? Transportation. It is what?
Transportation.
Everybody, what is transportation?
Transportation is the movement of people and goods from one place to another.
Again?
Transportation is the movement of people and goods from one place to another.
From where?
One place to another.
From where?
One place to another.
Yeah, so we have different types of transportation, yes or no?
Yes.
So I'll start from Abigail. Abigail, you said you went to Ghana, yes or no?
Yes.
How did you get to Ghana? Do you run to Ghana? Do you walk to Ghana? How did you go to Ghana? By car. Abigail said she entered the car before she got to Ghana. You said you went to Cross River, right?
Yes.
So how did you go to Cross River?
By aeroplane.
She said she entered an aeroplane before she got to where? Cross River. Who else has entered any other thing aside these two things they have mentioned? Yes, say that.
I go to Abeokuta.
What did you enter? How did you go to Abeokuta? She said she entered a boat to where?
Abeokuta.
She entered a boat to where?
Abeokuta.
Now we start from Abigail. Abigail said she entered a car to Ghana, yes or no?
Yes.
Now we're under the types of what?
Transportation.
Types of what?
Transportation.
boat? Yes or no?
Yes.
That is what?
Water transportation.
Water what?
Transportation.
If you are here, you have ever entered the car. You know you have ever entered the car. Wumi and Zainab. Anybody here has entered the car? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
If you are here and you have ever entered a boat, raise up your hand. A boat or canoe. Just one person. What about you say that said you entered? So we have 3 people that have entered the boat. If you know you have ever entered an aeroplane, moving from one place to another, raise up your hand. We have just Sharon. So now land transportation, we have different means of land transportation. We have cars, what again?
Bicycle.
Bicycle, yes. Bikes. Motorcycles. All these are means of what? Transportation on what? Land. Now let's go to the air transportation. Who can give me some means of air transportation? Aeroplane, helicopter, jet, and so on and so on. All these are means of air transportation. Now let's go to the water transportation. Yes, canoes, boats, etc. All these are means of water transportation. Now let's go to the problems of these transportations. Problems of what?
Transportation.
Problems of what?
Transportation.
We will start from the land transportation. We'll start from the land transportation. Who can give me a problem? One thing you know about this land transportation. Why moving on the land? One thing you know about the land transportation. Yes. Not obeying the traffic lights, and this can cause what? Accident. So one problem of land transportation is what? Accident. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
When you don't obey the traffic light, it can cause accident, and this will be a major problem. Now, what's another problem for air transportation? Bad.
No.
We don't use road in transportation. Yes. One problem of road transportation. Few pilots. If you are here and you know a pilot, raise up your hand. You know a pilot. Maybe the pilot is living in your street, or your father's brother, or your mother's brother, your uncle. Raise up your hand. This is for we to know there are actually few pilots. Yes or no?
Yes.
If you know a driver that drives a car, raise up your hand. Everybody knows driver, unlike pilot. So one of the problem of air transportation is what? Few pilots. And when we don't have much pilots, we'll be able to move on air easily. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
And also the air transportation is very, very expensive. That is why we have very few people that have moved on air. Out of about 15 students here, only Sharon has moved on air. Now let's come to the water transportation. Who can give me a problem of water transportation? Bad weather. At times if you go to the sea, there's a sea close, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
You will notice the canoes are just there, they can't move.